guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, CokiCreative. My name is Elena and today we are doing another speed build. This is my first speed build with the new Eco Living pack, or sorry, Eco Lifestyle pack. Oh my gosh, I keep doing that. Yes, it is called Eco Lifestyle. And I did actually do one build before this that I did not record. It was a teeny tiny little build, and originally it was just supposed to be one room, but I ended up making an entire build from it because I love the items in this new pack. Now, before I even start talking about this build, let me just quickly say my thoughts and feelings about this new pack. I love it. I think the cast items are great, the build buy is great, and the gameplay, which I still haven't done too much of yet, probably just a couple hours, I really like, and also 2 save games. So okay, yes, I have played a bit, but I'm still kind of playing and learning about the new build system and all the new fun features and everything you can build, and also how to make the environment change. So there's a lot to do with this new pack. And if you are just a builder, I honestly think this pack is worth it. If you were just a player, I think this pack is worth it. It's probably going to be one of my new favorite packs, which is saying a lot because I have a hard time deciding things, but I'm actually feeling pretty confident saying that. Well, let's get to this build. My last build, the one I did right before this, was a container home, and it was a bright and colorful one. So I thought for this next one that I'll actually record and may be my first speed build, my first big build with this new pack, I wanted to make it something that is a little different from what I usually do. So I wanted to be very neutral. White was the color that I kind of went with the entire build. I do add some like black in there too, but I really wanted it to be a very neutral container home because I feel like I'm not the only person who's done this, but I've been seeing a lot of really colorful builds. So I just kind of want to kind of push myself, see what we can do with this new pack and have fun with it. And I had a ton of fun with this. I mean, look at these new windows. I wanted to use all of the new windows, the new doors, all that stuff. I end up having to change some of this stuff out, but overall, I'm very happy. Something that I really want to mention too is the new feature that comes with a lot of the flooring and the siding. They have eco benefits, so I think that's really cool. Not every single one has an eco benefit, but there are some that came with base game and other packs that have some eco footprint kind of thing. I'm still learning, as you can tell, but I just think that's just really neat, the fact that they added that to the game. It's just something extra that, I mean, no one was really expecting, and I think it was just a very pleasant surprise. So I'm very happy with how that turned out. For the exterior of this, I went with very modern, but I still wanted to make it feel like cozy, homey. Modern and minimalist are 2 things that I do not excel at, but I'm trying to get better, and I wanted to do kind of both here. But even though it is minimalist, I still wanted to make it feel like lived in and cozy. So from the exterior, this house does look pretty big, but this is a 20 by 15 lot. It's one that's in the row of homes, most of which, kind of annoying, they're not playable. You can see when I move the camera around, sometimes you get a glimpse of the home. But this home originally here, before I knocked it down, was pretty much the same style as these other kind of traditional homes. So this is like the weird one in the neighborhood. Maybe like this eco freak moved in and was like, I'm an eco freak, so I can say that, moved in and kind of tore that down, was like, yeah, let's put a container home here. So that's why it's a little bit different than the rest of the neighborhood, but you know what? I don't care. And here I really wanted to add a lot of lighting to the exterior of the house. I've been doing this a lot lately, adding a lot of exterior lights. I just think it adds a lot of drama to the build, especially when the sun goes down and then the lights come on. It can make the house feel very alive and beautiful. I've been playing around with colors with the lights as well, which you have to go to live or live mode. Gosh, I can never remember which one is the correct one, and you have to change it that way. You might actually see me do that. I can't remember if I cut it out of this video or not, but I do play around with changing the colors of the lights on the exterior. I put lights everywhere. I really think if you are adding something to the gallery, sometimes if you upload it at night, if you have beautiful lighting at night, it can actually help you get downloads. So play around with lighting is a great way to get more downloads. Right here, this is where I'm changing the lighting. I wanted it to be something fun. I think I end up actually going back to just a yellow light, but you know, just I wanted this one to still be neutral, and if this was a colorful build, heck yeah, I would totally put green lighting, but I think I just end up doing, you know, plain old white or yellow. But I also, as you can see, added a lot of greenery to the exterior of this build. I still want to add vines and stuff like that. Even though it is a modern build, I usually wouldn't add too much of that. But since it is a very green neighborhood, these Sims are very green conscious, which you'll see later. I add a lot of the new fun stuff that you can add. I thought it would make sense for them to have some like eco kind of landscaping. Soon I switch out for bamboo. Oh, here it is. And bamboo actually is a very eco-friendly plant. It grows very fast, and a lot of people do use bamboo for, you know, toothbrushes, flooring, this and that. So I thought for eco-friendly house, what better plant or tree than bamboo? And I barely use bamboo because I don't usually do like Asian kind of inspired builds, which I usually think with bamboo. But bamboo can grow in a lot of different kind of climates. When I lived in Maryland, there was like this field of bamboo plants that I remember we'd always pass in the car, and it always just felt really like random, like, oh yeah, there's bamboo right there. So yes, could bamboo grow in this neighborhood? Sure, heck yeah, why not? It's a Sims also. Couldn't bamboo grow in space in the Sims? Heck yes. Anything can happen if you just believe. And I wanted to also add an area outside where I could put like the water catching system thing. I don't really remember what it's called. And some place where I can put planters. There it is, the water catching thing. And I wanted to add a lot of wind turbines, stuff like that, to help increase the eco footprint or decrease the eco footprint. I'm still learning the fun Sims lingo and I guess regular lingo for eco-friendly stuff. But I just wanted to give space. One reason why I did put these little roof things on there was to add the wind turbines because I wanted a good place to put them. And this is a 20 by 15 lot. There is not much room here for wind turbines and water catching systems and planters and this and that. So I had to be really, really creative with the space that we had. And so I did have fun trying to figure out where to put all that stuff. I'm kind of happy with the way it turned out. I did play test this and I believe that the wind turbines and all that stuff work. I haven't tried upgrading them yet. So if your Sim wants to upgrade them, you might have to end up moving them down to the lot, maybe somewhere on the ground so they can reach it and upgrade it. So I do apologize about that. Here I also, oh my gosh, I had so many candles. If you saw that, candles in the debug menu, oh my goodness, I'm obsessed. There are so many new candles and you can set the burn levels, and I'm sorry I did not cut out all that stuff. So if you're wondering how the heck to set the burn levels, you're gonna see that in this video because I definitely show it. I show it a lot because guess who's using a lot of candles? Me. And also I wanted to finish up the exterior of this house with all the fun outdoor seating areas. Since again, this is a tiny, tiny lot, I had to be very creative. Thank goodness that they have a lot of places you can go on the roof, and there are a lot of balconies on this for such a small house. And there I go, add my candles again, and all the fun drinks. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. So let me tell you this. It's something I've been wanting for a very, very long time. You'll see it in the kitchen, but they finally have glasses that you can use in the debug catalog that do not go bad. So if you are a huge fan of cluttering up kitchens and you like to use glasses, but when you start playing the game, the glasses go bad and it bothers you because it bothers me. This is so great. We'll get to that, but I'm just really excited because I was putting all those little drinks down. But I also wanted to have, like I always have, a grill area outside, especially like, you know, these are eco people. They want to spend a lot of outdoor time. So I play around with the different new tables. Yes, I test 1,000 different swatches. I always do, because I couldn't find the right white one. I wanted a nice white table. Eventually I do settle on this, I think, base game one. I know there's a ton of really cute tables that I could use, but you know what? It's the one that worked the best, so we're just gonna use it. Unlike the first build that I did not record, that is up on the gallery. It only uses Eco Lifestyle and base game. This one I actually used all the packs, or at least most of them. I didn't really look. I just kind of wanted to be able to freely play around with what packs kind of complement the new Eco Lifestyle pack, which a lot of packs do, which is super exciting. Like Laundry Day looks really great. Tiny Living looks really fantastic, and Island Living, all that good stuff. And in the backyard, you saw I added the stone. I just wanted to kind of add a little bit of dimension to the backyard because it was looking very plain. And although I did say I was going to go for a minimalist style here, I still wanted to give it a little bit of character. So I did add that stone, and I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. I would totally put that backyard in my house in real life. So happy with that. And even though this is a house and I could have easily used a staircase, I really, really wanted to use a ladder. I don't care. I really wanted to use the new ladders. This is the first opportunity, okay, the second opportunity I got to use the ladders, because I just can't help myself. I'm so excited about them. And the hardest part for here, I didn't realize until I was building it, was where the heck I was going to get the ladder up to the rooftop deck. But I did end up finding a way to add a ladder on one of the little balconies from the room. And I did play test it. They can get up here, which is very exciting, since the hallway that I made to get there is very narrow. Upstairs on this balcony, I wanted to add a little yoga area. Again, this house looks big from the exterior, but it is not very big. It is a 2-bed, 2-bath, and the rooms are pretty cozy, although I did try to make the bedrooms fairly spacious. I've been trying to do that more often because I've been making really small bedrooms lately, and I just want to get a little bit more creative and get some more space in bedrooms so I can start doing something different than I usually do. Because usually, I mean, if I do a tiny home, my bedrooms are 3x4, and you can pretty much just add a bed and like maybe a dresser. So I really wanted to do something different. Now moving on to the kitchen, I wanted to make it a very just neutral kitchen. I used the countertops from Island Living, and then I also wanted to use a different kind of sink. So I play tested the sink, I cut that part out, but the sink does work. It's an Island Living sink that is just a standalone sink that I put inside one of the cabinets, move the cabinets back slightly, because if you don't move the cabinet back, they kind of clip on each other and they can't wash his hands. So if you move the cabinet slightly back and then move the sink slightly forward, it gives the sim enough room to wash their hands. And you have to 9 key it up 2 times to make it kind of stick out. So it is completely functional. Yay, yay, yay. And oh my gosh, some of the new Eco Lifestyle, I'm going to say that word like 50 times. The new Eco Lifestyle like wall items are fantastic, and the one that I put over the sink, I'm obsessed with that. I thought it would look really cute over the window, because most of the time if there is a window, I don't want to block it, but the way that this one is, the way it's kind of open, I thought it made sense putting it over the window. I don't know, I did. I kind of like the way that looks. It almost is like having curtains or something like that, but just a little bit different. This kitchen also is a fairly big size. I wanted to also have the dining room in the kitchen area. There wasn't enough room for a regular traditional dining room, but this is not a traditional house. This is a container home. So I thought this is kind of perfect. I did the thing where you put the dishwasher in, I sized it down, and then I put the cutest little basket underneath the countertop to kind of just hide the dishwasher that I shrunk down. I did actually put a regular dishwasher also in this kitchen. And here I am gathering clutter. Oh my gosh, so much clutter to gather. I probably should have cut a lot of this out, but I didn't, because I wanted to show you all the really exciting new things in the debug catalog. I at one point just put in the filters. I just put Eco Lifestyle, went to debug, and just pulled out a ton of stuff. They have some really fun like trash items that don't look like trash. Like If you look around the new world, you'll see a lot of trash kind of scattered around, but they have like milk cartons, they have cans, they have like soup cartons, like a ton of really fun functional things for kitchens. So I did use a lot of that. I wanted to clutter up these shelves a bit. Even though it is a modern house, I still felt like having some clutter here would look really good. Again, going for a lived-in style. That's what we're doing. Also, I'm pulling out all the glasses. I am so excited for all of these glasses. This is me just scrolling through. Oh my gosh, I was having a field day. I hope that in whatever next pack they do, they add even more glasses, maybe even plates. I don't know, I'm getting a little crazy, but anything that I can add for kitchen clutter, I am happy with, because I don't want all my kitchens to look the same, and most of the clutter end up looking all the same because we've got all this really great stuff from Dine Out and Cool Kitchen, but those are like my go-to kitchen packs. But now, apparently Eco Lifestyle is going to be my newest pack to go to for kitchen clutter. In this second shelf up, I just wanted to put a ton of glasses, even though thinking about that, how are they going to reach them without breaking all the glasses? But you know what? That's for my Sims to deal with. Okay, if it were in real life, I probably would put the glasses like down a little more so they could actually reach them. But you know, this is the Sims, it doesn't matter. And obviously there was enough room over in the corner, so I had to add me some candles because I can't add enough candles here. Oh man, I just love these candles. I love all the colors. I wanted to do mostly white candles for this, but I added a few green because I felt like that kind of went with the theme that we were going for. And I just finished up the clutter here. God, with so much stuff. One of my favorite clutter items, or two favorite clutter items, actually come from Outdoor Retreat. It's the one I put next to the stove, which has like a little tea and coffee set, and then the cereal box and soup cans and stuff above the fridge. So if you are looking for some really great clutter items from a pack that's not super expensive, Outdoor Retreat actually has some really great stuff, even the debug catalog. But here we are. These things I was talking about earlier, the cartons and the cans, do not connect to any countertops. You do have to like 9 key them up, but that's totally fine. That's totally doable. If for some reason they do kind of float, you can play around with the tool mod and adjust them that way. But I didn't have to do that. You could 9 key them up to the countertops and it looks great. Looks great. Very excited. I kind of also wanted to make it look like, see where they do the dishes next to the dishwasher and the sink. I wanted to put the cartons there to kind of give the illusion that those are actually empty and they just cleaned them out and they're getting ready to recycle them. I know that's like a stretch. No one's probably going to get that, but that is why I put those there, because in real life, that's what I do. I clean out my stuff before I recycle them, and I just thought that was a cute little touch. I mean, a lot of the things that I do in my sim builds, people probably will overlook, but it's all about the little details. Who doesn't love a little detail that, I don't know, I just think they add a little something magical. And oh my gosh, obsessed with the thing I put in the kitchen, this new, I don't even know what to call it because it's not a bookshelf, it's not anything like that. You can add books to it, and with the tiny living pack, they can grab a book off of the bookshelf if you just add one of like the tiny little book decor kind of things. But I just think it's so beautiful. I am going to use that in like every one of my builds now. maybe all the modern builds, but I'm going to use that a lot. I know that for sure. And here we go, saving. Gotta save the game. Don't forget, I have noticed a tiny bit of lag with this new pack. And I mean, that's to be expected. There was a big patch, big update before, and it's not a ton of lag, but enough where I was like, I don't want this to like, crash and then I lose all this. So don't forget to save. And I'm playing around with the new hexagon, I think that's what they're called, flooring. I love this new wood floor. It technically is a wood floor, but it kind of also looks like a tile, so I've been using it as a tile, but I mean, it's all the same. It has a lot of eco benefits. I might actually change the floor here to a different tile. Yes, I do, right there. But I do really, really love the way that floor looks. I kept it in the kitchen. I think it's just stunning. It comes in a whole bunch of different, very neutral, beautiful swatches. I really, really like all these new items. I'm going to keep saying it, but they go with everything. And again, I wanted to do something different with this bathroom. I didn't just want to throw in a toilet and a sink and call it good. I wanted to make sure I have at least 2 showers in this house, just because, I don't know, I personally like it when I have a sim build to have at least like 2 showers, especially if it's a family home. It gets super annoying when they all need a shower at once and they're like walking in on each other, getting embarrassed all the time. So I'm trying to avoid that by giving my sims enough showers. Here is the entranceway. I usually make kind of entranceways, but this is a very formal looking entranceway or entryway. I don't know exactly what to call it, but I just want it to be kind of minimalist here. I didn't want to clutter up too much. I did add one of the new like shelving units that you do have to craft, but you know, with the debug, you do not have to craft it. I wanted to add some books to it, a little seating area with a nice new lamp, which is also a craftable lamp. But again, I cheated my way to get it. You're welcome. And I also added a few little accent walls going around the house here. But we move on to the living room, which is a very spacious living room. I really like the way this turned out. Usually living rooms, I don't want to say the word struggle, but I do have a hard time sometimes with layouts with living rooms, especially with this house. It had so many windows. So whenever there's a ton of windows, it's like, where do you put the TV? And I already used the blank wall for a fireplace on the other side. So I do originally put the TV over here in this corner, but I do move it over mostly because I couldn't figure out the couch situation. Because I still, when there's a fireplace, I like having seats by the fireplace. Because, I mean, if you have a fireplace, why not, you know, someplace to sit next to it, be nice and cozy. So I end up kind of switching it around, but I end up using this beautiful rug. I love the rugs that come with this new pack. I think they're beautiful. They're all very usable. They're all very neutral, and they can go with any kind of color scheme, which is fantastic. Even if you're doing like, let's say, a really colorful, crazy build, it's great to have just some sort of neutral thing in there every so often. And I think these rugs are just going to be so easy to use. And I'm now being extra. There are, with the new debug items, like I said, there are those little glasses. So I used some of the flowers that come with the game, and I just used the tool mod to set them up. And I put them in one of the little glasses like a vase. I just thought that was just super cute. One of the flowers would not work. Every time I tried using the tool mod, it kept disappearing. So I end up just moving it to like, I'd use a tulip and something else. But just a fun way to do something different. And I mean, it's just a different flower, because usually I would use the Dine out flower, the one, you know, the tiny one that goes on the tables. We all know the one I'm talking about. And if you don't, that's probably because, I mean, maybe you don't have the pack, but you've seen it before, trust me. You have. Since this house is not huge, I wanted to make sure there was still some sort of like office area. And there was this new desk that came with the pack, and obviously I had to use it, so I put it here. I still wanted to give this space a whole office feel, but just in this little nook. And yeah, I did add a lot of greenery there, but I mean, it's an eco house, we want to. And here we are adding more candles, because obviously you can't have enough candles. All the clutter. I love adding a lot of clutter to desks, because personally my desk is very cluttered. I mean, you can't see it, but I just feel like if you are working at a desk a lot, maybe these people are writers. I know they're candle makers for sure, but maybe they're kind of messy, and that's okay, because they use this desk. That's their desk that they use. I also wanted to give the fireplace area just a nice cozy feel. You can sit in the living room, have the fire on, enjoy the fire while watching TV. I think this living room is so cozy. And although I used a lot of white, which white usually kind of makes it feel a little cold. I think it does feel really warm with the addition of the green and the plants. And all the green that I tried to use besides the candles, I tried using with natural things. Like I tried only using plants to add the green, plants and candles. I tried to avoid using any like artificial green in this build because I wanted all the color that came in this build from the plants, if that makes any sense. Oh, and here I get to finally play around with, not finally, but I get to kind of play around with the doors, moving them around. Love the new update. It has helped me tremendously with just the way things look. And here is the parents' bedroom. I had so much fun with the parents' bedroom, actually. It's bigger than I usually would make it, and that's a good thing. I need to push myself and make some bigger bedrooms, bigger things like that. And I really, really like these new items, but I was so sad because I ended up taking away that really, really beautiful window. I love that window, but I got to add another new window there just because I didn't want the dresser to be up against the window like that and anything. So I ended up changing it. I had a lot of fun with this little nook. I just wanted an area where it felt like the parents could get ready. I wanted to feel like a closet, but like an open closet. So I put them together and hey, it does work. So if you're wondering if your Sims can still use the dresser, they can. I tested it and it works. And I even tested the mirror. I tested sitting down in the chair and I tested the little seat, little poof seat that I put there. So it does work. This is like a little makeup vanity. I just wanted something small. I tried putting, as you saw earlier, the big vanity there, and it just the style was too traditional looking. I couldn't make it work. But I also wanted to add a lot of clutter to just around this whole area because we all know in real life our dresser area is pretty cluttered. And I do add a candle making area in here because at this point of the build, I realized, holy crap, I wanted them to be candle makers, but I have not added a candle area, little candle building station anywhere. It has been play tested. It does work, even though it's next to the bed. So yay for that. I also add a lot of shirts here because, I mean, it's a dresser, so kind of just made sense. I tried to just clutter it up, but not make it like overly cluttered. These people are pretty organized and clean, so I just figured they wouldn't be too cluttered up, but they definitely would have a lived-in feel. I wanted to add this beautiful painting from City Living. I thought it went really well, even though it was very colorful and all that good stuff. The colors matched with the little bit of color that I did use. And surprisingly, the color went really well with the brand new dresser that comes with the game. They have like these, I don't know why, I wish it kind of had a swatch that didn't have this, but like little strips of blue in the new dresser, and the painting kind of was the same exact color. So it worked perfectly. And then they have these really weird lights that I put above the doors that I'm pretty sure are craftable. I would have to kind of double check that. But I put those on the wall and they're weird, they're funky. At first I was like, I don't know how I'm never gonna use this. But I was like, let's give it a go. And I do actually like the way it looks. It just adds a little bit of dimension to the wall because this room, I could not do anything in this landing area since all the walls were covered in either windows or doors. So I had to kind of add something there without actually taking up any space. And now we're moving on to the kids' bedroom. I think the kids' bedroom turned out super cute. I tried to keep the neutral color tones in this bedroom as well. And it's very gender neutral, although it does kind of have a little bit more of a feminine feel. You can definitely have a boy living here as well, or change some swatches around, anything like that. I added a tiny little TV. Love the new TV so much. As someone who used to play Sims 1, it definitely has given me throwback vibes, especially to the newbie family, because yes, it reminds me of the TV that you first play with because you're too poor to afford anything else. And I also wanted to add so the reason why I split this bedroom up into two little rooms was because I needed a wall to put the kids' crafting table down against. And I'm glad it fit. I'm surprised it did. It kind of also makes it feel like, I don't know, it's just different. It's a different bedroom that I've done before. So I'm glad that I was able to play around with some of the new pack items and also add a wall there. Just do something a little different. Always try to do that in all my builds. And it still feels like really cozy and spacious, although it is a tiny room. It is very small, but whoever lives there, I hope they enjoy it. I hope your Sims enjoy it if you download this build. I really do. I did add a little bit of color on the walls here. And then I move on to the final bathroom. This is nothing fancy, just kind of adding some of the same items that I used in the downstairs bathroom, and then play around with some of the swatches and layout of it. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can leave me a comment, let me know what you think, maybe give me a like, or even subscribe. Now, if you didn't like this video, that's totally fine. You don't ever have to watch any of my videos ever again. But I do hope to see you guys next time. Bye.